The challenges and triumphs of the year come to the fore as Expo Fest approaches. Students and teachers become more aware of how important each of their roles are if they're to get their project done on time.
Some challenges, to be honest, it's like our team building skills, to work as a team. So every day we need to find new ways to work together, new ways, because since I'm in the research division, we need to ask each and every group what they need, what to research, what to do every day. So that's how we communicate like that, and we just become stronger and stronger every day as a team.
The countdown is on, and all 8 major components of the project that will be judged need their final touches. Hopefully, there's still enough time for perfection, but teams often find they have to move forward and polish things up as best they can under pressure.
They're kind of on the fence, like, do I like this? Do I not like this? I don't really like all the work, but, the outcome could be great and I could win. So, like, okay guys, it's time to get to work.
I would say a misconception might be that you don't necessarily have to get everything up on your site right away. The judges do take the time, right? They want to be well prepared. So I would say make sure that what you have on your site, is you've proofread it very well. It's very professional, and then you get it up there in time for the judges to be able to take a look at it.
A combination of student and teacher fortitude is required for that final push.
We did many labs to see if we could purify the contaminated water that they had. So we finally came up with a simple solution to this. Some of the challenges that we'll face is like in case there's no sunlight out that day, so we have to find a way to angle everything perfectly so the water will boil. We're not surprised if there's any flaws along the way. We'll just meet up with them head on and try to change them.
Your project doesn't have to be perfect, but just set priorities in terms of what it is that you want to get done. The other thing I always tell students is be confident about things. If things didn't work out exactly the way you expected it, that's science, that's engineering. Maybe you changed your design midway through. Don't apologize for that. I think be confident again about your approach. The judges realize that they're really given a finite amount of time. You're given a certain number of resources. And so it's really about showing the creativity and the mindset and the planning that's gone into the design. It isn't necessarily that it has to completely work, but that you've shown, right, that there's some feasibility in terms of how that design might work.
Often it's a problem that turns a project in a whole new direction, perhaps a better one.
I had to start over because now that we got a new logo and it's a different size and shape, and I have to set up with pixels and stuff like that.
Top 2 questions are, what happens if my project isn't successful? And I think that that's okay. This whole project is about the learning process and seeing growth with students. So even if halfway through the project, the students realize this is not going to work, that's fine, keep going. Explain at Expo Fest why this project is not going to work and what you've done to see that, and maybe what you would do differently. How can you swing that into a positive? Number 2, I think, is how are we going to get through this? It's a lot on the teachers to give the reins to the students to drive this project. So I think my role a lot of the time is getting on the phone with the teachers and just telling them that it's going to be okay. They are going to get through this. Trust their students, and push them too. Give them the, we need more, I want to see more from you.
And there's a lot of team building exercises that you have to go through, and a lot of relying on your other teammates. So I really liked that because it made me feel good, because I feel like I'm part of a team. So I got to really help these guys, and they help me.
We did it based on our interests. So people who are into technology, they helped with the app. People who are the writers like us, we did the white paper.
It's basically the experiment. It's the challenge description, the solution, the problem, and
how it relates to biology, nature, and we explain ourselves and the marketing, and cost if it was to ever become an actual product.
Oh, that looks so good. I really like that.
So, who's gonna be in charge of hanging this up when we get to Expo? We have 2 people. All right.
Students prepare booth materials from t-shirts to banners, and students who will be presenting before judges practice over and over.
You basically just read the slide.
Okay, alfalfa meal, which is used for traction. Sugar beet juice, which lowers the temperature of the ice.
Okay, be careful with that. It doesn't lower the temperature of the ice.
Lowers the freezing point.
Right, lowers the freezing point.
I was confused. I didn't know what to say.
For more information, visit our website, www.evaporate2hydrate.com.
I have to say it is a lot of work for teachers just because it's different. It's a lot of hands-on. It's a lot of practice that at the freshman level, they don't have any experience. But to see that culmination, to see them pulling it together at the end of the year, it gives a lot of pride. I think we give them an experience that otherwise they would never experience in high school. From a teacher standpoint, I want to say that probably this is the most rewarding experience to see them succeed.
And that's it. It's time for Expo Fest.